Hello, students. Let's see here. Westside Christian. My name is Mike Jacobs. I am the sixth and seventh grade science teacher, and I'd like to show you a little bit about Scratch. Maybe you've played around with it a little bit, but just a few things about Scratch, and challenge you to make a rock, paper, scissors game. This video will come in two parts. The first part is going to show you a little bit about Scratch. Um, and get you started because I'd like you to play a little bit with Scratch and see if you can make the game. It's going to be quite a challenge, but just see what you can learn just by playing around. And then the second part of the video is going to be building the whole game, showing you guys exactly how it plays, how it works, all that neat stuff. So let's see here. Hopefully you enjoy this. Let's see here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Scratch. .mit.edu. That's scratch.mit.edu. We're going to go ahead and go there. And if you see the screen, we're going to go to create. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make a game. There's no need to log in or anything like that or make an account. If you've never used Scratch before, it could be helpful to do this little tutorial right here. If you have used Scratch before or you really don't want to do the tutorial right now, you may skip it. Okay? I should explain a little bit about what Scratch is. Scratch is a block coding platform. In other words, you can code little guys, little sprites, they're called, and you use blocks to end up making code in this area. Use blocks to make them do different things. Okay? And let's see what we can do here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of that little cat. That little cat, cool. If you like it, awesome. I'm actually going to choose a different sprite. Those little guys are your actors in your game or whatever you're making. Those are called sprites. And I think I'm going to use Frank. I like Frank. Frank is pretty cool. Let's give him a backdrop. So right here, I can choose different backgrounds that we could go with. And where would Frank be? You know what? I think Frank would be out in the beautiful, beautiful gardens outside of a castle. So looks pretty good. Let's move Frank around just a little bit. Let's put him on the path. Frank likes to walk on the path. Okay? All right. So we want to play paper, rock, scissors with Frank is the goal. All right? So I'm going to go to events, and I'm going to do when the green flag is clicked. You can see the green flag right up there. We're going to have Frank do something when the green flag is clicked. Okay? Now, this is going to be a little bit complicated, a little bit abstract, but we need to create a variable for Frank. Okay? We're going to go, we went to variables. We're going to click on make a variable, and I'm going to name this variable RPS. That stands for rock, paper, scissors. All right? Because that's our goal. That's the game that we're going to end up playing. All right? So we now made a variable. We have our variable right there, RPS. All right? I'm going to set. Now I don't want it to be my variable anymore. I want it to be RPS. So we're going to set RPS. Now if I do this, RPS, you can see it right there, it's just going to be 0 every time. And that's kind of boring. All right? We're going to set it to, go into the green little operators here. And we have this nice little pick random block of code here. And we line it up. We line up with the left-hand side where it says pick random over the little circle. We don't line up in the middle like this. We line it up with the left side there and see how it turns white, a white outline on there. Boom. Now we're going to pick a random number. Computers love numbers. They do very, very well with numbers. We're going to pick a random number between 1 and 3. So it's going to be a 1, a 2, or a 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to assign it. If it chooses a 1, we're going to make that rock. If it chooses a 2, we're going to make it paper. If it chooses a 3, we're going to make it scissors. So I'm just going to check it out. Always test early, see if it works or not. I'm going to hit my green flag. Oh, it chose a 2. Now this time, chose a 1. Chose a 2 again. chose a 3, and you guys get the idea, okay? So it's going to pick a bunch of random numbers, all right? Now, from here on out, I'm going to show you a few other icons that you're going to need to know to be able to create this game. I'm going to challenge you guys to play around with the variables, see what you can do, just have fun with it. And then my next video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make Frank play rock, paper, scissors, okay? So we have this, events, control. This is another icon that you're going to really need, okay? If something, then do whatever code in here. Else, do whatever code you're going to need in there, okay? So basically, this is like a fork in the road, like a path. If something's true, then do this. If it's not true, then do this right here, okay? Another thing that you're going to need in there is your operators and this equal sign right here. I'm going to go ahead, drag it on. See where it's diamond? It's in the same shape right there. Now, if, remember, we're dealing with our variables here, so I'm going to go down to my variables, RPS, and put it right in there. Now, will it ever be 50? No. It's always going to be something between 1 and 3. But I can change this number to say, hey, if it's 1, then it's going to do whatever code is in here. So I could go to looks, say hello for 2 seconds, okay? I can change any of these. So instead of saying hello, I could have Frank say rock, okay? So if I have this loop right here, anytime I click it, and I'll just go ahead and I'll add it right here, okay? Anytime I click it and it's a 1, then Frank is going to say rock for 2 seconds. So that was a 2, now it's a 1, and he's going to say rock. And he said rock for 2 seconds, okay? Now, see if you can continue on. See if you can get him to be saying paper and be saying scissors. A hint is you're going to need another one of these if, then, else things to be able to do it. Okay? And we're going to actually make him talk, actually make him have sounds as well in the how to do it. So I challenge you, go ahead, take some time, play around with it, see what you can figure out. If you can complete the game and play rock, paper, scissors with him, awesome. If you can't, that's absolutely fine as well. You learned something, and you can go ahead and watch the second video and figure out exactly how to do it. All right.